Good morning and welcome. Welcome to CryptoTrader live trading. If we can get a good entry today. Yeah, let me know who we have on here.
There's no party like, and this is. Yeah, lobster lover's dream.
Milaz, g'day mate. How's Australia? Kyle Post. Good morning, bud. It's been a little while. Patrick. Hope all's well, buddy. G'day, mate. Who else we got on? We got Milaz, we got Kyle, we got Patrick. Somebody just hopped on. But Patrick, shoot me an email, buddy, if you get a minute. CryptoTrader247@gmail.com. I know, man. Audio sketchy. Hopefully it won't be one of those days. Man, I messed around with a new encoder last night, and it did what it was supposed to do, but it didn't do what I needed it to do. And I can't use that. Like I need something that works the way I want it to work. But it did what it was supposed to do, what it was built for, not what I needed. Who else we got on here? Kyle, man, hope everything's well, buddy. I know it's I apologize for not responding to your text, but it's been a little busy and hectic. Going on today in Ethereum, Bitcoin, different cryptocurrencies. Look at Poloniex, see what's going on that side of the platform. I like that. Poor Bitcoin about to get rogered. It's about to get veered, and then you know what? Yeah, he's out to destroy Bitcoin. Unfortunately, he wants to have full control of it, but that's not, that's not the idea of decentralized. Dash is making a dash for cash. Yeah, dude, Dash is it's pretty steady. It is steady, and I can see it being steady. So but once we get that drop, that massive drop, it's a great opportunity. But I'm a little disappointed in ZCASH. It was at 76, I think, 77. It's got to get up to the level of Dash. And I think it will. But I think a lot of traders are more interested in Dash and Ethereum. I'm interested in Ethereum because it's up and down swings. That's really where I can make money. Man, Augur Rep, REP, that one has been doing very well. I think we had a hit 850 maybe 2 days ago, and then came down a little bit to the 7 range, and then now at 920. Ethereum Classic still holding it strong, very strong. And I know there's a delay going on now, so hopefully you guys heard what I said. Guys, I'm having difficulties right now, so normally it's not like this in the morning. Normally it's good in the morning, and then it's the afternoon that it starts to act up. But everything's frozen. I can't do anything at all. Google Hangout is just not responsive at all. That's definitely finicky. It tells me my microphone is not working when I haven't even done anything to it. All right, but I think I'm on air. If you hear what I say, let me know. Patrick, PIVX. Yeah, not able to trade that. It's not on Poloniex. Welcome, whoever just joined. I don't know if my buddy Scotty's on this. Or Mike B. I don't know if you're streaming this at work. If you are, you need to get some work done. But I do appreciate you listening to me at work. Patrick, where are you able to trade that? Or is it PLVX? I put in PIVX. Nope, nothing for that either. Yeah, if you're using, let me know. Because what I'm trying to work on with you guys, we need at least 3 good platforms, especially if we're going to be looking at different cryptocurrencies that are not offered on Poloniex. Yeah, I can't find PIVX. Is it on Poloniex? Yeah, I'm even searching for it. It is not. Let me go by, put this in alphabetical order. Logan, welcome, buddy. Hope everybody in the UK is holding up after the craziness. And I'm sure it's still crazy out there now. So you're probably looking on, Patrick, you're probably looking on like a CoinMarketCap or CoinCap, because I have an app for that. But yeah, these coins that are not on, they're not on Poloniex, they seem to be moving. They are moving, but there's just no way for us to trade them. Do you know the market cap? Because that's how I have it set by market cap. Yeah, CoinCap doesn't even list it. Yep, Crown is on CoinCap. Wow. So Crown is up to. So yesterday would have been good to look at this at 10:30 a.m. Basically from, about 14 and a half cents. Let's just say 15 cents. So $1. That's a crazy move. But yeah, this is definitely a pump. The available supply, 12,127,477, 12.2 million. So in 1 week, it's up over 1,000%. In a month, it's up 3,000%. Yeah, early. There's a lot of money to be made. Year to date, 32,000%. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a move. But yeah, it's in and out type of trade. That's not something I would hold overnight. They would dump it on us. And this audio is just killer. I'm going gray over it. Decreed up 31%. Yeah, man, I'm a fan of Decreed. I never got into it though. ZCASH is up 41. So yeah, these are the type of moves we got to catch early. Especially if they're making, new lower lows from their high, start to kind of, well, we really don't want to catch a falling knife, but once they start to kind of curve, that's when we really need to take a look at them and really try to analyze as much as we can to say, you know what, this is a good entry point for us. Because we don't want to enter when it's just dropping and dropping and dropping, and then, we're down, 10, 15, 20%, and then trying to make that back up. And then it goes up to, where we bought it, and it comes right back down. Let's see what the Creed is doing on Poloniex. I'm being killed by Steam on Poloniex. It's hammered. And I think you bought the Creed, right, Logan? Patrick, I don't know if I would do that. Taking on coins when they hit $1. If they're at 20 cents, 15 cents, and they get up to $1, I mean, yes, they could go up, but you're basically buying at the top then. You want to catch the move before it actually starts moving. When you see volume increase like out of nowhere, like basically, let's just say it's flatlined, for a couple weeks, couple months, whatever it might be, and then all of a sudden volume starts to increase in that, you're basically trying to catch it at the bottom at that point. Because there is going to be a lot of more volume coming in as more volume increases. So, that's kind of what I try not to buy after it's been running up, because anybody that bought it, 15, 20 cents, that's a very good sizable profit. And if they dump it, I don't want to be stuck at that. I mean, everyone has their own strategy. Everyone is different. But personally, in my opinion, I wouldn't get into that trade at $1. I mean, and it could explode. I mean, it could do what Decree did, but we don't know that, and that's just a risk you're taking. So for Patrick, for Crown, if you would have caught that where volume was increasing, yesterday, and you kind of realize, whoa, volume has been very low for a long time, and now all of a sudden it's increasing, then getting in at, 30, 35 cents would have been better. Yes, $1 does tell you strength. But a lot of people, I would be selling at $1. If I bought at 20, 30 cents, I would definitely be taking that profit. And if everybody's thinking the same thing, we know what happens. It drops. Bought Decreed at 603, now 755. Good job. Good job, dude. You're going to be making some serious dough. You guys know I didn't make any. But, of course, before I go to bed, I put in. So you guys have probably seen my 340 at $30.01 8 hours ago. But I was also looking to get rid of that 5.4199 that I accidentally bought before I went to bed the other night when I was trying to actually put in a limit order. And my overall price, because of commission, my buy-in price, even though I bought it at 42.32, my actual buy-in price is 42.45. So I could have sold it yesterday when it hit 42.50, or last night when it hit 42.56. But I was like, so I was like, I'll wait a little bit. So last night I order for $45.99 just in case it had a nice pop down. And then I'll be looking to get rid of that my daughter bought at $45. I'll be trying to sell that at $45.99. But that yesterday, at 8:30 or 8:10, whatever time it was, when it dipped to 850, that would have been a good entry. And then it actually dipped below that when it started making lower lows. That I should have played that a little differently, where maybe bought 100 or 50, just bought something. But I further, considering she actually broke that 850 level, that was pretty strong. I didn't sell those Ether yesterday at all. I should have sold the 5.41 just to get it off the book. But yeah, and I got to be careful the way I'm executing trades because of tax implication. Because I'm going to pay capital gains, but I need to be able to decipher, how many coins did I buy? What was my buying price? What was my profit? I pay tax on that profit. If I'm just buying at all different prices and then unloading all of them, it's going to be hard for me to determine, okay, I bought this amount at this price and I sold at this amount. So I think, as I go on and I start putting orders in and they start getting executed, they're going to be, they might be like 100, 0.1 and then 100.2, just so I can decipher exactly how much I bought, where I bought it, and where I sold that exact amount. So if I buy, twice today at different price points, I'm going to be selling those two at different price points so that, I'm not driving myself crazy when I'm doing my. All right, let's see what's going on. But yeah, Patrick, shoot me an email, buddy. Let me take a look at my email right now. Vince, welcome, buddy. I don't know if you were able to find me on Skype. But yeah, that email I got from me, I was like, whoa, those are old. I was like, I haven't logged on to that in years. I didn't even know I set those up like that. I didn't know I had two. So I just set up a new one, and you should be able to find me. Hey, it's not a problem if you got to leave, man. Definitely thank you for, hopping on. But yeah, once Bill gets on too, I definitely want to talk to him about Coinbase. They are allowing Ether now in New York City. Did you message me? Yes. Got it. Yeah, I'll be shooting an email out to you guys probably by this weekend. But I want to make sure I create this contact list. So Patrick, do you DJ? Rocking the house, DJing. Vince, were you able to find me under what you should see, like my profile picture symbol. You messaged me on Skype or the email? I got the email one. No, actually, no, I'm sorry, Patrick, I got your email. And logged on. Yeah, I am online. Patrick, have you ever heard of OVO? OOVOO. Yeah, for some reason I don't see a message on Skype. But that's all right, though. I mean, that's something I'll worry about later. Or actually, any of you guys, have you heard of? Because Skype isn't bad, but they only allow you to do a video call up to 10 people, and that's it. 12. So if you already have Skype, that's great. If you don't, definitely download it, and then download OVO as well too. Yeah, I'm currently at that beach right now. The picture you guys just saw doing this live stream, sipping a mojito. But yeah, if you definitely download it, find me on there. I think you got to use my CryptoTrader. Yeah, there are a lot out. I don't know the other ones that are good. I've just, I knew about Augur years ago, and of course Skype. I mean, who doesn't know about Skype? But something that allows us to do a video call with each other. I mean, more than 10, more than 12 would be great. I don't want to have to limit it to 12, and that's 12 total, including me. But yeah, download Skype, download Augur, find me on there, and then we could really do a nice chat. And then I can hear you guys, instead of me just reading the comments, and you're the only one that's hearing my voice. And yes, Patrick, it is like Skype, just a different company. I don't know how great it works. I haven't really used it because I don't know anyone that uses Augur. But I downloaded it years ago, and then I deleted it, and then I created a new one last night when I was creating the new. To be video, to be honest with you, it could just be just voice chat, and it's smooth, and it doesn't cut out on us, and there aren't any issues. But yeah, if you guys research anything and you find something, I mean, but you communicate through that email. Patrick, I'm not sure what you mean. Keep track with API, or is sufficient? GDAX, I mean, it's sufficient for me. GDAX is sufficient. But we want to have access to as many of those coins as we can to be able to trade. And I mean, we're very limited with. I mean, you're going to only trade 3. At least Poloniex, you got variety. But every coin is not listed on there. Like you just mentioned, LVX, they're not on there at all. Okay, so you're talking about, I've been doing my own taxes for years and years. I mean, because I got to enter in, a couple hundred trades that I make for stocks. It takes me basically a weekend to do it, and that's coming up April 18th, I think. I got to have it done by, and I got to do basically my and then my local. Yeah, it's not fun. I don't have to do anything with CryptoCurrency this year because I didn't sell any. In April 2018, I'm gonna have basically CryptoCurrency to claim on there, the stocks that I'm trading to claim on there. But no, it's not hard. I mean, and I'm saying I've been doing it for so long. But the first couple years, I was pulling my hair out. But I need to create a spreadsheet tracking them well. I've been just kind of jotting them down on paper, but I think tonight I'm going to definitely have to work on that. Dylan, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Appreciate it. So we just got to see if Danny Baker on this today. See you guys this weekend. GDAX and see if anything crazy has happened with Ethereum. If you guys spot something, major buyer, major seller at a certain point, and we'll keep an eye on that. Ooh, I wish, Patrick, over a certain amount. No, man, even if you make a penny off of it. I mean, even if you take a hit, claim that. And I mean, taking a hit is not bad because it kind of, it evens out. It takes away from your profit. So, and I lose 50 tax on $50. Overall for the year, if I'm negative, then I can claim up to $3,000 a year off wife's capital gains, or my wife's taxable gains, because she's the one out there working and getting a paycheck. I'm trading. So if it was just me and I took a loss, I couldn't write it off because I don't have a job. I don't have any capital gains. There's no income coming in from an actual workplace. And Patrick, where in Sweden do you live? What country you're living in. I'm going to jot that down just so I know, where you guys are from and try to figure out the time difference. Logan, I know you're from the UK. Dylan, I'm not sure. Vince, you're from Milas, Australia. Kyle Post is Canada. Henridge, I'm not sure. Billy's from Italy, not far from me. 3 hours. Dylan, New Hampshire. New England. Yeah, the furthest I've been up in New England, Montgomery, Vermont. I'm a big snowboarder. So we went up to a place called Jay Peak, not far from Canada border, probably like 20 miles away from the Canadian border. And then after, snowboard, I hit up Canada, but they wouldn't let us. Well, my one buddy was like, "Nah, you." you're banned for 5 years. And they were like, he has to stay here. And we're like, well, we can't leave. So then basically we drove down to University of Vermont, and I mean, it was a crazy, crazy scene. It's cold in New Hampshire. Woo, I don't know how you do it. It's cold, and you guys get a lot of snow. I mean, we get the early summer here. It's still cold where you guys are when it's warm down where I'm at. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it, bud. Gotta take care of your body, man. Eat well, get some rest. I'm saying, but yeah, it's definitely good to take care of your body. But if I'm going to take an entry today, I'm going to try to take it at that, close to 18, 20 something, and I'm not going to go all in. Maybe 100, maximum 100, no more than 100. More, if we get to that $38 level, I'll be taking a position. If it takes a run to the $45 level, I'll be selling. So I'll be doing one or the other thing today. Now remember, I'm not going to take a trade every single day if I don't think the setup is good. I'm buying it and hoping. That's not my people's strategy, but that's not the strategy that I want. Yeah, Dylan, it was windy here yesterday. I'm sure it was like that where you are too, man. I mean, it was brutal. $18, now $38. I wish 18. If we drop to 18, but that's not going to happen today. It's not, but not today, not tomorrow. But yeah, somewhere in the range of $30 and $38, 27. Once it gets to that close to that 38.50. Because really, I mean, if we were available to catch that 38.50 or even 38.26 or even if 39, I mean, it went up to 42.50, I think, 42.56. I mean, we could have had over a $3 gain, $3.50. Late last night. I don't know if you guys tried hopping on the live stream that I had up. You can hop on if you want, but I'm only testing out the encoder, and it didn't work the way I needed it to work. It worked. It did what it was needed it to do. Like I couldn't share, my monitor with you guys, and I couldn't switch, to a without actually going to the encoder and changing it on the encoder. And then there was just a huge lag. So when I put up Crypto Watch on the encoder and I'm watching it on my screen, I mean, it wasn't. So it wasn't useful. So, here's a perfect example, guys, of a cup and handle. where the handle is. Going on here. And then where the jump is. Now, like I said, this is not all the time. It's not 100%. It's every single cup and handle you see. So there's a big circle where the, where it is. There's a little circle, and so there's a circle inside the circle. So the circle inside the circle is where the cup is, because I can't really just draw it out for you guys. CryptoWatch doesn't allow me to do that. And then I drew a line coming down where the handle is, and then a line going up from that cup and handle formation. Yeah, man, Vince, I would love to get that 38.50 entry point. Buy the 38.50, get rid of it at 42. Is that clear for you guys? Perfect. Awesome. Dylan, not a problem, man. Putting in that buy order at that specific price, because it could change. I mean, you got 205 entry. I didn't like it. It changed and it did dip. So I wouldn't put that entry in and just walk away. That's not really a very low ball off. Because if you walk away and you know what, this doesn't look good. I don't like what I'm seeing. It's going to dump it because that same person is trying to manipulate it to go up. We kind of wait on the sideline. So how do you know it's going to be a cup and handle? Well, it's formed the cup. Where trend is the handle. The problem is you don't know how far the handle is going to go. So that's why you take a small position and then add to that position as the handle drops further. Hey, I'm going to go all in because, I see the handle forming down, but then it starts dropping further, drops to 40, comes up just a little bit above my 40.50 purchase, and then comes down again. I mean, you guys can see that on the chart. And if I add up here at the top handle and I get a little paranoid because I don't like what I see and I sell it, then a little bit, comes down a little bit. Let's just say hypothetically I would have purchased this hand, down here at the bottom of it. Somehow, some way I got lucky and I stop, and then it starts a very large candle. I would probably get, okay, you know what? It's dumping, but what do you know? It starts going up. It's not 100%. So you can't just look at every cup and handle and play them. it might be a fake out. You know, there are those fake outs. But, you know, adding a little bit of a position and then it drops more, adding a little more, drops more, add a little more. It's not a bad way of playing it. What if it's and the head and shoulder? Yeah, if the AM stood for, I'd be playing it. I wouldn't trade it. Vince, I don't know if it's going to reach that low. It's just if there's enough selling pressure, it could. I mean, you think about it, it's only difference of $3 from its current price. This thing could easily come down $3. I mean, it's, you know, anywhere from $5 swings. Those are the plays that I kind of look for if I'm really paying. But yeah, that 38.26 would have been great, you know, when it broke through the 38.50. But I just thought it would kind of break through it and kind of hit maybe. But you know, even though there were people selling because it actually broke 38.50, there were people buying it. And yesterday, I mean, you guys know, I mean, I was having issues. You know, I couldn't see the order book. So I can't just kind of go into a trade blind without having that data readily available. So who knew? I mean, you know, I could have gone in blind and gotten lucky, or I can go in blind and get murdered. The M for murder, like Mila said. So I need things to flow. I need things to work properly to make an informed decision. And guys, you know, you have to remember too, you know, let's just say I'm in a position and I'm in a very sizable position. I mean, currently what I have, you know, for me, it's not sizable position. But, you know, if I buy 300, 400 Ether and I don't like what I'm going to try to cut my loss, and I'm going to try to cut my loss at a minimum amount. I'm not going to ride the wave down, you know, where if I buy 300 Ether and I ride the wave down, you know, where it goes down $5, you know, that's $1,500. You know, the 100 Ether is down, what is it down? 350 bucks. 350 bucks. I'm not too worried about it. Even though, I mean, that's a good amount of money. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's good money to me. But that's not something I'm worried about. Yeah, I mean, you know, Logan, dude, you are absolutely right, man. I mean, you got to be in your computer if you're a trader, especially if you have a very sizable position. If it goes the wrong way against you, and it could easily do that, and if you hold on, and you know where you're minimizing the loss. So let's just say hypothetically, you know, I get in at right now. Let's just say I buy at 41.50, and I buy, you know, 300, 400 Ether, and it basically just on me. you know, with a blink of an eye, because I ended up walking away from my computer. You know, at the next uptick, I'm going to cut my loss. I'm not going to cut my loss, you know, at that bottom where I saw it take a dive on me. But the next, I might decide to cut. Okay, you know what? Let me just cut a little bit of this position in case that it does dip more, because there could be a fake out uptick and then comes crashing more. So when we see large, you know, that kind of throws the red flag. Say, all right, I need to pay attention to this because more people could be dumping. I'm going to walk away from my computer just for about 5 minutes. I'm not going to mute this. I'm not going to do anything. So everything should be working properly. But I'll be right back. And if Billy hops on, Logan, let's see. Yeah, if Billy or Danny CS Fusion hop on while I'm away from the computer, tell them to shoot me an email, please. Hack, and hopefully audio didn't crap out. Cup and handle formation. You guys good on that? I can get rid of the circles in the drawing. Or do you want me to explain it again? You're good. Perfect, Milaz. There's another cup and handle, but it's not. It didn't work out the way it's supposed to. So that's why I said it. It's not, and that's why you just got to be careful. It's good to spot them and kind of pay attention to them and look at the trend there, and you guys will see that. Yeah, it formed a. It's not a true cup and handle because it did form a little tiny handle, not big enough, but then it went up above its previous high within that circle, and then it just kind of downtrended from there. The watch is smooth as I like it to be. So it didn't really form too much of a, I mean, we're looking at a 30-minute chart. So the candles are basically just for an hour or two. Now, somebody that's scalping would probably play this. But if they didn't get it out right away, thinking that it would go up higher, then, they'd be at a. I'm hoping you guys can see. But I'm hoping you guys can see. I didn't draw a circle at it, but a previous cup and handle right to the left of where it did form a nice handle, and then the nice that it had from that handle, and then it formed another cup and handle, but it didn't really break out. Look at this thing is it's trading sideways. But man, I wish I would have called these dips here. Trading day that I had, because I knew that we're gonna have some nice up and down swings. It's the game that we play. And I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, yes, you can make, you could also lose money. So 100% money maker. It just also got to be able to handle it. All right, I'm gonna wait to make sure that you guys are that I zoomed in because I want something else that I spotted. Hour chart. Let me zoom in closer. So when I say 1 hour chart, it represents 1 hour price movement. But I think I'm going to do a video about the different terminologies that I'm going to be using, and that I would like you guys to start using. So when we say something, everyone understands exactly what we mean. Because I hate to use something and you guys don't know what I mean, and you guys don't ask, and then I'm assuming you already know it, and then we're not on the same page. For this, getting in touch with you guys, we all have to be on the same page on this, because I know there's only three viewers. Logan, I know you're definitely on. I think wrote a message. Vince, you're probably still on. So those are the 3 people that are on this. Yeah, Mila's audio is a little spotty, man. I apologize. Yeah, I can definitely hear it. Dylan, welcome. So you're the 4th viewer. I'm sure you can go back and watch this video. I did sessions, worked out, and then one that didn't really work out. So like I was saying, it's not 100%, but all right. I talked about the gap. It gaps up, it gaps down. Not going to see it much on a 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute chart, 15-minute chart. You might not even see it, but on a larger time frame, you are able to see these gaps. And 90% to 90%, they have to fill that gap. It's just the way it works. Like it will fill that gap. It's not 100% that it's going to fill that gap. It will. It's not going to fill it right away, but it has to fill that gap. And today, I firmly believe it's going to fill the gap. It's not a big gap for me to really pay attention. I know it's going to. So where my cursor is currently right now, there's a candle. It's just a line. And then a T, almost like an upside down T. And I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Between the second line of, I don't know if you guys know exactly where we're talking about. All right, let's see what that gap is. I know the audio on my set is, it breaks up, but I have noticed this over and over again. Wow, it's not even telling me the price of green, but I'm going to say off the top of my head, $40.67. And then the closing price is $41.14. So it gapped up by 47 cents. That's not really much. I wanted to show you this example of a gap up, or there could be a gap down. So there is a with trading stocks, and it works out for me 90%. And I look for these different types of setups. So that's why I don't just goes up. I really look at a lot of things and try to come up with a very good, analogy, a well thought out. And I've seen some things, not in cryptocurrency, but in stocks. I mean, at the opening price, they gap up $5. And I know 90% of the time, I might short it. Playing the gap, that's what it's called. It's called the gap fill strategy. So that is a gap there. So today, but it's going to fill that gap. It has to, and it's 90% that it fills the gap. And it was clear. I'd be more due to the audio cutting out. I know, bud. It's very frustrating sometimes. I want you guys to hear me as clear as possible. Important. I mean, we're going to talk about this again. Believe me, we will. We're going to be covering this stuff again. Once we take this a different route, and you know what I mean. For me soon. You know what? I might as well explain it because there's no movement. If we see some sort of movement, we're going to be going back to GDAX and taking a look at some stuff to analyze a good possible entry. That's why it's very important to look at different time frames and really analyze the chart. A lot of things. I'm trying to find another one, and I just got to keep switching to different time frames. You know, I thought I saw another one. Now look at the candle. This is the ugliest candle I've ever seen. And this is a huge candle. From a low of 1114.70. I know. Oh man, video just cut out, but let's see if it shows it on the preview, that because I can see what you guys are seeing. Yeah, Dylan, it might be better. It cuts in and out. All right, I think I found another one. I found another one. Clean up this this chart. Zoom in. This is a perfect example of it. Now it's not a big gap. It's a tiny gap. It's tiny. Yeah, the gap is only 20 cent wick. And with a gap fill strategy, you definitely want to factor in the wick. But it's not a big gap. Yeah, with these issues that I'm having, it's definitely Google Hangout. Because everything else is working. But let's see if we can get this video to work. My system indicates, that I am currently screen sharing and presenting to everyone. But based on, the actual live stream, you guys are seeing the little computerized money symbol. But I don't think you guys are able to see my screen now. Yeah, Dylan, when you said yum, I was like, oh man, I'm a little. Yeah, the last couple of days, man, I haven't been eating well. It's not good. My wife has been at it. She's not too happy with me. She's like, you gotta eat. I'm like, I know, but I'm not hungry. It's the coffee, man. It's that monkey coffee. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep this chart up. Because I'm assuming you guys got to see the first gap that I showed you. I'm assuming. And then this is a second gap on a different time frame. It's a 4-hour candlestick time frame. I think the other one was only an hour. But as I'm doing this, if you guys see something that's moving, let me know. I might not get into a trade, especially if it's on Poloniex, considering I'm stuck in Steam. Yeah, you guys can't see the screen. We'll talk about this gap. Like I said, it's a tiny gap, but at least like you're seeing examples of this gap. I don't know if we'll see a lot, because it does 24/7. But on stocks, man, I try to spot them out every chance I get. Like I love playing that strategy, but I haven't been trading. I mean, I'll look at it occasionally here and there. This is more fun. I get to communicate with you guys. Trade stocks. I have nobody to communicate with.